The New Jersey governor race is heating up right now. Republicans are actually getting very close to winning this thing, which would be a massive, massive pickup for them. In the wake of that, the Democrat frontrunner, her name is Mikie Sherrill, in a town hall openly said that she thinks your child must be required to be indoctrinated with LGBTQ propaganda in school. Take a look.
Should parents have the right to opt their kids out of LGBTQ-related content in the same way that right now they can be removed from sex ed and health curriculum classes?
Look, I believe that parents have the right to oversee their children's education. I would push an LGBTQ education into our schools. Parents have a right to opt out of a lot of things, but this is not an area where they should be opting out, because this is an area of understanding the background of people throughout our nation. And right now we see, for example, at the Naval Academy, an erasure of history.
I honestly cannot believe she said that. I think a lot of people would hold that closer to their chest. The fact that she was so open is crazy to me. I think if you're Jack Chattarelli, the Republican nominee, you need to clip that and get it everywhere. And I mean everywhere, because that is an insane thing to say. And if you look at the numbers, honestly, if you look at our country, obviously no Republican believes what she just said. Independents don't either. And I'm willing to bet about 50% of Democrats would completely disagree and think that's crazy too. She thinks that your kid should not be able to opt out of LGBTQ education. And let's be clear, it's crazy that that would even be taught in the first place, for sure. But then to say that your kid must see it, cannot opt out of it, will not graduate from that grade if they don't participate in it, is insane. And I think it points to something that not a lot of people are talking about, which is how the left and the right view education very differently in the jobs of parents. Conservatives, and I'm really not trying to strawman this. This is exactly what they believe. Conservatives understand that education is the job of the parents. They have full authority. And you can delegate some of that authority to teachers if you want. But at the end of the day, the authority is always with the parents. Always. If your kid comes home and they suck at math, that's your fault as the parent, not your teacher's fault. Because ultimately, if that teacher sucks, you have the responsibility as a parent to move schools or help tutor them in some case, right? It's not the teacher's fault ultimately. I mean, yeah, you can blame them all you want, but at the end of the day, you have the responsibility over your kid's future and their education. But that is not how progressives view it. Progressives, on the other hand, see the job of education as the state's. And the state then has ownership over your kids' minds and how they think and how they are risen. And I'm sorry, I just think that's an insane belief to hold. And progressives are very open about it right now. I think it's very mainstream on the left right now. Clearly, she wouldn't have been comfortable in saying that if it wasn't. So as to the election then in New Jersey, here's the recent poll that just came out that shows how close Republicans are to picking this up. This is an internal poll, so it's going to be right-leaning a bit, but you actually show that Jack Chattarelli is actually ahead by 1%, which is pretty incredible. So even if this is off by a little bit, the fact that it's even close is massive for Republicans, and they need to go full steam ahead. The race is incredibly close. As to New Jersey more generally, I think that New Jersey may be the single biggest state Republicans should focus on. If you don't remember, these were the election results in 2024. Kamala Harris won the state. Again, this is 14 electoral votes in New Jersey. It's a big state in terms of population and what it would mean for general elections for the president. Kamala Harris won, but only by about 6%. And that's less than 300,000 votes, by the way. So not a lot of people in a state, again, where you got about a little more than 4 million people who are voting. If Republicans get to work on the ground game and run moderate candidates in New Jersey like Jack, I think that New Jersey could be within reach for 2028. Before we get back to the news, guys, the progressive left is a cult, and I talk all about it in my book, A New Cult. I talk about a lot of things I just can't talk about here on YouTube because of big tech, but it's right there in the book. I had a great time writing it. I know you'll enjoy reading it. The link is in the description below.